The Law Factor with advocate Clarence Arenas-Gandawa.
Greetings of the day. Let's begin with the machinery of code. Courts and councils now face a frontier unlike any before. Not the frontier of land, not the frontier of law, but the frontier of code. Algorithms now decide who gets a loan, who is shortlisted for a job, who is granted parole. Efficiency, they say. Progress, they claim. But pause. Is this efficiency, or is it hidden bias dressed in the language of innovation? Digital justice is not about gadgets. It is about governance. It is about whether the invisible hand of technology saves the people or strangles them. When citizens cannot see how decisions are made, technology becomes a veil, and behind that veil, accountability disappears. Justice must not vanish into the cloud. It must remain visible, audible, and answerable. Then, the black box problem. Transparency versus secrecy. AI systems often operate as opaque black boxes. They calculate, they decide, they deny, but they do not explain. And so we must ask, who audits the algorithm? Who owns the data? Who bears responsibility when bias harms lives? Justice must be explainable, not encrypted. Because when decisions are hidden in code, discrimination wears the mask of mathematics. And mathematics without morality becomes machinery of exclusion. Now to the case study. The denied loan in Johannesburg. Consider the young entrepreneur in Johannesburg. She applied for credit to expand her business. The algorithm flagged the neighborhood as high risk. No human reviewed the decision. No appeal was possible. Her dream was dismissed, not on merit, but on metadata. This is not innovation. It is digital discrimination. It is the silent segregation of opportunity coded into systems that claim neutrality, and it happens not in the shadows, but in the everyday transactions of modern life. Then judicial responsibility. Law as algorithmic auditor. Judges must do more than interpret statutes, they must interrogate systems. When algorithms decide rights, courts must insist on explainability. When bias hides in code, courts must demand exposure. Because justice cannot be outsourced to machines, the robe of the judge must become the robe of the auditor. The gavel must strike not only against crime, but against opacity. Let's talk parliament. Legislating digital accountability. Parliament must legislate with precision, not poetry. It must draft laws that require algorithmic audits to expose bias, data protection safeguards to defend privacy, clear liability for harm caused by AI decisions. Because when law is silent, corporations improvise, and improvisation is the enemy of equity. Legislation must be the compass that guides innovation towards justice. Now we speak to the public. Digital literacy is civic power. Citizens must know not just their rights, but how their data is used. They must know how to challenge algorithmic decisions. They must know how to demand accountability from tech firms, radios, schools, churches, chiefs' councils. These must become classrooms of digital justice. Because silence is not ignorance, it is design, and we must redesign. We move to Eswatini in focus in the continental mirror. In Eswatini, citizens still rely on verbal instructions from clerks. There is no centralized portal, no procedural handbook for digital decisions. In South Africa, draft bills now require algorithmic audits. In Rwanda, digital platforms guide citizens step by step. In the European Union, the AI Act sets global precedent. Eswatini must not wait, it must anticipate. Clarity is not a luxury, it is a right. And digital accountability must be legislated before injustice becomes automated. Technology without transparency is tyranny in disguise. When code is hidden, power is concealed. When decisions are encrypted, dignity is endangered. The law must pierce the veil of algorithms and demand justice be explainable. Don't just embrace innovation, interrogate it. Don't just accept automation, audit it. The law must code louder. The law moves forward, you must move with it. See you next Thursday. The work continues.
Springfield Law Clinic, justice defined, rights protected. We are here to serve.